Yeah, you have to own one to truly understand. Hey guys, it's BW and I'm back out in the garage. Hey listen, tonight's going to be a nice easy night to start this video off. I'm going to pull the transition piece off the passenger side and get it prepped and ready. I'm also going to create a plan to get this splash pan job going, maybe scribe and get it laid out how I want to do it. I'm going to clean up my shop a little bit as well. So why don't you guys stick around and check us out. Okay guys, I went ahead and I prepped the transition piece for the passenger side. Come out good. I mean, the same thing I did on the other one. I just sanded the inside. I took the weld surfaces down to bare metal and then I coated them with that weld through primer. So it's ready to go. I went ahead and I opened up that bag for this light lens and I wanted to show you guys real quick. I was really curious about that rubber rope I found in that second box, and I don't know, maybe one of you guys that are well versed on Tri-5 stuff could tell me, because I don't know. You'll notice the back, this is a Dan chunk light, you can see. All right, it has a groove all the way around, and I'll be darned if this rope doesn't fit right in that groove the whole way around. It's gonna, you know, whenever I go to put it in, I'll probably put a little tack, some kind of a glue tack on it or something. But you can see, bam, look at that. It goes right in, and you would just put it in the groove the whole way around and stick it in the light. So that's pretty cool. I just don't want to compress it right now. I'm gonna have to take the light lenses off, and I still have to line up the brackets for the screw holes, and we got to weld those in yet. Maybe later this week after I do the splash, because I really want to do the splash pan, and then we'll jump back into this. And I gotta find those things. I cut them off the old quarters. It's just a piece of metal that goes across for these two holes down here, and there's two little tabs up here, and then you slide clips on that the screws go in, and that's what holds your light in. So I just wanted to show you guys that light, that rubber rope real quick, in case anybody else is thinking about buying them lights from Dan Chunk. And over here you can see it's the same job as yesterday, except I took everything off and all the weld surfaces, I got those. I'm gonna throw some regular primer like I did over here, because things are starting, it's so damp, the air is so heavy here, everything's rusting right away. I mean, even these little minute scratches on my quarter, they started getting a little surface rust. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully I'm a little more energetic tomorrow. I was dragging butt a little bit today, but we did get something done on the car, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, you guys are only seeing portions of the car, it seems like, whenever I'm doing videos. I thought it was time to show you guys, you know, a basic shot of the whole car. I mean, the garage is kind of small, but I'm trying my best to get the car built in it, and I figured, hey man, these guys are always watching me put quarter panels on and talk about it and this and that. Well, here it is, there's the car. That's how you build a 1955 Chevy Gasser. At least it's my interpretation of how you build one and what one's supposed to look like. Rust free, that's the goal. All right guys, it's Wednesday night. I'm gonna try to do some work with this splash pan. We're gonna try to get it at least laid out, and we'll take it from there and we'll see how far we get. No promises, it's a little after 6. Let's see what we can do. Okay guys, we're getting ready to knock out some weld plug holes. We laid out every inch and a half we're going to put a hole.
we're going to use that trusty tool we bought off of Amazon a few months ago. We haven't used it since we did the quarter. It does crimping and it does hole punching. So we're going to put some hole punches all the way down, and we're going to weld this from the bottom like we talked about. Try to avoid as much body work as possible. I know we're going to have some, but you know, we'll do what we can. So let me get these holes punched out real quick. Make sure the tool still works properly. I almost got my thumb. Be careful, don't put your thumb, rest your thumb on the back of this tool. It'll get you if you guys get one. It just about got me there. And remember, keep your hands away from the head of it. But it beats trying to drill all these holes. You really don't need a giant spot weld. This is like a 3/16 hole, I guess it is, so close to. Does a good job. A lot easier than drilling, for sure. Makes a nice flange with the other end too. Didn't go quite through. We'll come back to that. The last two didn't go through. I'm wondering if I need to kick the air pressure on or something over here. Let me check it out. Alright, let me show you guys what we got here. Alright, I don't know what happened. I tell you, maybe this has something to do with it. Made in China, I don't know. But we punched out all the holes, and then I had to stop there for a second because these two didn't punch all the way through. I guess my air pressure was just getting low and the compressor wasn't ready to kick on, so I went over there and blew the air down and got it to kick on, and it punched the rest just fine. I added a little bit more oil. Maybe she was hungry for oil, but there's this screw on here. I already got it turned all the way up, so I don't know what happened. Started working fine again after I ran the compressor for a minute. So, all right, guys, let me put some. This has already got black, just, I don't know, clad paint, whatever you want to call it, spray paint on it, so it's fine. But this area here that I grinded, now I'm going to put a little bit of that weld primer on there, and then this one will be ready to go. And then we'll work on the getting the splash pan ready. So just give me a few minutes. Okay, guys, we got the splash pan on. I think it's where we want it to be. I'm really happy with the job. Figured I'd pull the camera down off, show you guys. And then I'm going to go in and edit and put a midweek update up, let you guys see what I've been up to. Because, I mean, man, it's hot. I mean, this is a wet heat. This is a humidity heat where it's so wet. Let's take a look. We got the thermometer for the shop. Now, the shop says it's only 84 in here. But the humidity's, it's saying at 80%, guys. Or is that 78, 80% humidity? I mean, it's unbearable. I mean, I can take some hot, but it's the wet now. I want to go in and get comfortable. So let me show you guys the job. All right, here's a splash pan. Let me come across, show you. That is as close as Brian can get it. Okay, old BW done the best he could with that. All right, so we're gonna go with that. I don't have the trunk latched, but I got a weight on there. That's doing the job. It's just holding it to where basically it's going to be. I don't have the keyhole in here like I showed you in that one video. The guy welded it shut. We got to open it back up. So I didn't want to be trying to climb through the little areas in the seat brackets to try to keep unlatching it. So I just not putting it on yet. So if you can look up under here, you can see where I got those holes, okay, that I punched for the weld job. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take my my silver Sharpie, and I'm gonna just put a little dot at every point where it is. All right, and then I'll make a couple reference marks on the splash pan. Then I can pull the splash pan off and prep the weld areas with the weld through primer, and just satin black everything else. Scuff it and satin black everything else, and then we'll be ready to go. And then I think we're going to weld everything all at once. We're going to weld the transition pieces, splash pan, all together, with the lights sitting there to make sure everything's staying in place, and make sure everything stays in place and nothing moves around too much. We're going to make sure everything stays nice and cold, and we're just going to, and that's, I mean, there was nothing here, and now we actually have something here. So let me pull the weight off, and I'll show you inside real quick. All right, come right up against the latch area. It's right where it's supposed to be. Now over in here, it's still a little goofy, but we can, you know, we're gonna shape this. If I gotta split this with the grinder a little bit, we'll shape it all in. It'll come out nice. It'll look nice. Both sides are reasonable to where I can comfortably say yes, we can work with it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead in and get us some editing and get this little midweek update up for you. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. I really appreciate everybody's support. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Like the video. Please like the video. Apparently the YouTube algorithm likes when people like the video, then they'll show it to more people, hoping more people will look at it. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring some more people in here. All right, until next time.